It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, here at Phoenix, Arizona, from the beautiful studios of Freedom's Phoenix Farm. You know, the one thing that I wanted to, hopefully we can go ahead and turn down the light there. The one thing I wanted to make sure that we did today is we kind of recap what I've been doing over the past week. We had some great reruns for you that were some of my favorites that while I'm on the road, even I want to listen to. And I hopefully we got a lot out of it, but I'm telling you, I got to update you on what I've learned over the past week. I had to go to get my continuing education to maintain my license from the state, to practice real estate. Now, I don't really do real estate that much, or if at all. I always, shift everything to my wife, Donna. And she's the real estate agent. And I did this because I had a window of opportunity between radio stations one time for less than a month. And I just not one for just sitting on my hands, and I didn't have anything else more productive to do. And I said, I'll go do this real estate thing. I'll every day, all day, I'll get downloaded and do it and stuff. And then my broker was a Century 21 broker that Donna started with. She went on to another agency, but I went because I knew them and they wouldn't be pressuring me to spend a lot of time doing different stuff. And I just wanted to have access to all the resources, and I went through that. So every 2 years, I have to go through 24 hours of renewal for your license, like continuing education. And I went to, it was 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, we did some other stuff working on this magazine thing. We'll be talking to you about that. That's coming. The other thing is that this weekend we went to Show Low, Arizona. It's the middle of April, and it's freaking snowing. You may have saw it on the news and so on. I was up there, it was a snowstorm. And I'm like, wow, man, it was like winter wonderland in Arizona. That's just, global warming. So we went up there with a couple of friends and looked at some land and a building they have on a bunch of acres up there. They're, for when they need to. And we went and spent a few hours with Senator Karen Johnson. Now, Senator Karen Johnson retired. She did her decade, and the legislature said, no, I don't want to play anymore. She went up there. Let me put it this way, Mormon. She has, I think it's 13 kids and 35 grandkids. Now, she's healthy and good, got chickens and pigs and everything in a beautiful home. I mean, it's a big, it's, got it going on. The thing is that her husband retired from the Department of Revenue. So we give him crap. But his thing is that he was the ombudsman for the taxpayer. I was on the taxpayer's side, who wrote your check? So good people. I really like them for a long time, a lot of years. They've done a lot of good, and we were not sad to see them go out of the legislature. They need to get out of that den of vipers, but they did a lot of good work while they were there. Karen is in Show Low, which is northeastern Arizona. It's up in the mountains, the White Mountains up there, and it's beautiful. It's really nice. she really wants a lot of us freedom-oriented people. She's a big, giant champion of us moving up there because she wants more people like us up there to be able to change the government. And I'm like, look, if I'm going somewhere, it's to hide from that. I don't want to have to be battling these guys for the rest of my life. Everybody goes, I tell you, when I first started doing radio, it went like this. Yeah, Ernie, when things get bad, we're going to, we'll follow, we'll do this, we'll go, and you can take point. And I'm going, are you freaking kidding me? You're lucky I'm even sharing with you what I know. I don't have any obligation to save you. The only reason I do this is how many minds can you free is because it benefits me and my family to have more people freedom-oriented. There's no battle I'm going to go fight for you. There's no engagement. There's no shots fired. I'm bugging out. When I think it's that, what do you think I'm here on Freedom's Phoenix Farm? We're learning everything we can to survive. A year from now, we are gone, or at least have the capacity to. Now, things may change, and, Lord knows what could happen. The government could just evaporate and go away. It'd suit me just fine. But, I'm no. Don't count on me leading the charge on nothing. Let Alex Jones take care of that. Yeah, you guys go, you won't be on point and do all, knock yourself out. Glad somebody's there doing it. One less thing I got to do. My thing is to keep breathing in and out. For me, my family, my grandchildren, loved ones, friends. I do all of this. Freedom's Phoenix, everything, the radio, everything was so that the people that I will listen to me, or people that I like, or people that I hope will survive this thing, survive. You think it's more complicated than that, and it's not. All I want to do is to be left alone. And the only way that I know from past experience, the only way I know to accomplish that is for me to just have as many other people around me throughout our culture to understand what's happened, how we got here, and what to avoid in the future. It's not, because we're going to get a redo. There's always a restart. It gets so bad, but we're restarting. To what? We're going to restart to what? We're going to redo what? What? What's going on in Egypt right now? I leave a week, man. Stuff happens. Here we go. China is already having the People's Chinese Bank, the People's Bank of China, PBOC. They're coming out. Guys said, the U.S. Treasury, it's this Ponzi scheme, man. They're just coming in here, out there. And I'm going, you guys just figured that out? Well, they figured it out. So they're reducing their hold. They're not going to be bailing out America with more buying a debt treasury bills. So they're starting to sell their long-term, their 30-year treasuries. Guess what? We don't think you're going to be around 30 years from now. We need to get rid of our 30-year. Well, here comes quantitative easing. Was it 3 now? I mean, it's just whatever. 15, it doesn't matter. They're going to keep doing it. So what are they going to do? The Fed's just going to keep buying this stuff. They're going to buy it from the Chinese. They're going to reissue more and buy it. Because let me tell you why. Let me put my economist genius hat on here. Here you go. You ready? Because they don't have a choice. Nobody else is going to buy it. And they're not going to stop spending. Oh, Friday, we had the deal. We got a deal. Republicans and Democrats come together. Obama goes to the Lincoln Memorial, has, a photo op there on video telling you, and the reason you get to come here and worship, Lincoln, the American Lenin, okay, as L. Neil Smith would say, which we're having on tomorrow, by the way. Yeah, when he wrote that in the mid-90s, I didn't like that one. But you look at his track record, it's, yeah, Republicans want to put him in all their offices. Yeah, that's one thing. Karen Johnson, she said she went to a presentation one time when she was a legislator, and this guy just ripped on Lincoln. What scum he was. And she went and talked to him and read a book and got some more reading. She's like, damn, bad guy. Yeah. Now, libertarians have been screaming this for a long time. But, of course, you got a fascist state supporting Republicans and Democrats, especially Republicans. Yeah, Lincoln, he's the man. Yeah. Thousands of newspaper writers put in jail. Hundreds of thousands of people. How many got killed? How many people got confiscated, got conscripted? How many people? I mean, you see my point. I mean, it just went on. Habeas corpus gone. There's so much going. And Egypt is flaring back up again. We'll talk about that when we come back. Get you up on the news and what I learned. Right back.